So today I'm gonna do something different. I'm not gonna be singing, but instead I'm gonna be doing a performance review on these bad boys. So the reason why I'm gonna do this first before I go into the video is that I want to do something else for a change, like not just singing. You know, it's really hard just making songs and then just putting it out there when you get it. So I want to have something like that's gonna be consistent. Hopefully it's consistent, and it's gonna be this reviewing shoes. And also, like, these shoes is very infamous for people who are, or it's very infamous that people say like it's a bad shoe, it's a hard shoe to play with, and I'm gonna try and give it some justice. So okay, now getting into the shoe, first things first, like, the thoughts of this is like, this is the most unique shoes that ever dropped, man. Like, holy crap. Like, it's very fun to look at. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've stared at this for a lot of times and I still find it like very appealing to my eyes, you know. You can fashion around with these, and that's what I do. But I've played in these for about, if I'm right, it's about 6 times I've played on these already, and I think it's better off me walking around with these, you know. Starting off, we're gonna talk about the traction. So the traction is the Lebron's logo pattern. Like, it's this one. I don't wait a second. Yeah, it's that one. So it's actually looking directly at you. So the Lebron pattern, like, there has some spacing in there. So in terms of like traction, it covers you. It actually covers you all around. And again, for me, the traction personally, it's actually okay. No, in fact, I'm gonna say it's actually good for me. I am heavy, like I'm 90 kilos now. I'm 90 kilos and I can put a little more pressure on the foot. Like, more pressure means more friction, more traction, you know? So yeah, like, for me, traction really isn't a problem in terms of like, for my play style, you know? I like to take it slow. I like to do like curls, set up screens, maybe drive a little bit. For people who are very shifty, like point guards, or, you know, like Kyrie Irving types of players who are very mobile, very quick, this type of traction may not be for you. Not because the traction's not gonna work, it's just that, you know, this thing is, yeah, it's very hard to bend, like, you know, it's very hard to move with things. And secondly, because like you're so high off the ground, like you're so high off the ground, bro, you're gonna have a hard time like feeling the court. And usually court feel is something like what most guards want, because they move quicker. They say like they move quicker, and at the same time they can actually respond a lot quicker too in certain movements. So that's why they want court feel, and this will not give you that. Like, when you're moving around like Kyrie Irving, like, nah, man, like, this ain't gonna work for you. Second about the shoe itself is the cushion, man. Like, I'm not gonna tell you like the tech specs here because it's already been a year. People already know this. It's just that this cushion is actually very amazing. I've played in these for almost 2 hours each session, and I've never felt pain in my feet or in my knees, you know. But my legs are tired, not because the cushion is bad. Again, like, the cushion is very good, but the reason why my legs are tired, it's because these things are very heavy, you know. Like, just weighing it here, it's a heavy shoe. So that's the reason why your feet may get tired. But every time I'm playing these, it's the same thing. Like, my feet is very tired because of like pulling this heavy mother freak here. In terms of cushion, there's no problem in it. It's actually one of the best cushion I've ever felt. Like, especially like inside here, it has these chambers, so they're all connected. If you put pressure here, or when you land here, it's actually gonna push the air here, giving you like that very fluid motion everybody likes. And frankly, I'm not a heel striker much. I actually like it, okay? Like, this is the only shoe I wear. Like, I walk, I run heel first, then to the forefoot, because of that because of this mechanism here. Like, it works. It's actually very fun. And also, like, it's very bouncy. It's kind of like marshmallows, and I mean that it really feels like you're walking in a marshmallow, you know? A very responsive marshmallow, and yeah, cushion is good. In terms of like breathability, this is mesh. It's plasticky type of mesh, and it works, you know. It's not where like, you know, like holes where if you blow on it or if the wind gets through it, like you feel it on your feet. It doesn't do that, but it does let the heat escape because of like how thin, and because there are some little bit of holes in there that it lets the heat escape. So breathability, it's actually okay. In terms of lockdown, okay, here's the thing about lockdown and support. It actually depends on how well the shoe actually fits you. Because if you can get like the shoe that fits you one-to-one, lockdown and support is actually there. You know, like, it's there. You're not gonna need a lot of things except like maybe this outrigger here, because sometimes if you go down, it is a little unstable. Like, I can feel my feet like wobbling inside there, and having this outrigger actually balances that out. And those are the features that I actually want in every basketball shoe. Like, have that massive outrigger for balancing purposes. You just have to make sure that your feet fits perfectly. Now, in terms of durability, as you can see it already here, that the traction is already burning out. So if you primarily use this outdoors, probably get the XDR version, and it should help like last a little bit longer. Overall, like, these shoes, they're actually okay. Okay, my overall thoughts in the shoes is that if you're gonna play with these shoes, probably take it slow, because again, like, court feel isn't there, and it doesn't bend as much as you want it. It's giving the same problem to LeBron, the same problem Jordan has with the Jordan 2, because the Jordan 2's midsole was so thick. Jordan was actually saying like he has a hard time feeling the court, and that's also the reason why LeBron doesn't wear this as much. Like, he'd actually wear the LeBron with this more than these. So in terms of like just playing, it's okay, but in terms of like competitive level playing, if you're not a big guy, like you're not a forward or you're not heavy, this shoe will probably not be the best fit for you. Like, the only reason why I think this can be played for, or a player can use this for competitive games, is that they're centers. They're tall, they're heavy, they can actually maximize like the cushion, they can actually maximize the traction with it, because like I said, the heavier you are, the better you can actually dig this to the ground. And played with these outdoors, I've played with these massively on outdoors, and I've never had feet problems, you know. I've never had those. So again, like, in terms of performance, this shoe is actually good, okay? You just have to take it nice and slow. Like, maybe if you play like Luka Doncic, it'll actually cover you, you know? It works. Now, the other part I want to talk about is like, okay, the other part I want to talk about the shoes, like, if you are gonna walk around with these shoes, when you're in an escalator, like it moves up, you can actually be a little unstable in there, because I've had that feeling way too many times, like when I'm going up the escalator, maybe because it vibrates and you also vibrate inside that shoe, and like you will actually feel it, like your feet wobbling in there. So those are the things that somehow, for me, I don't like that. But anything else, like walking around, like you have this very comfortable shoe, very comfortable cushion, again, it actually outweighs that. But in terms of just walking, like, yeah, escalators, probably look out for those. we may have different experiences in these, but for me, that's just the bonus thing I want to talk about. Like when you're in an escalator, like yeah, you do wiggle around there, and it makes you feel unsafe, but you just have to get used to it. You're safe. You just have to get used to that feeling of yeah, you're just moving inside that shoe. But anything else, like I think that's about it. Yeah, that goes for the performance review and what my thoughts are for these shoes, and thank you all for tuning in.